Hello everyone and welcome to the Nigerian Refugees in Italy YouTube channel. This is another video of ours, and if you've missed the first 3 videos, we ask that you go back, watch them, because they touch upon very important information that would help enlighten. This video focuses on how to escape the errors other people have made in the past so you don't become a victim yourself after all that you have done and you've been through through the sea. As you can see in this picture, these are travelers coming through the Mediterranean and even going through the desert, and you found yourself here in Italy safely. For those that are here, there are things we would want to mention for you so that you can imbibe and understand, because if you do understand these things, you would not make the mistake other people have made. How is it that people come to Europe, they cross the sea, overcome the desert, overcome the tension in Libya, and they still come to Europe, and after a certain amount of years, when they are no longer dependent on the government, they are thrown out on the road? This is something that is not always thought about, but there are many Africans here in Europe who, after a period of time, either because they do not obey the rules and regulations that the camp gives, or they did not plan for life after, when the government is no longer feeding, housing and giving them money. And also, there are other circumstances people find themselves in. Many people in Europe, Africans that come to Europe as well, things they would never do to get money in Africa, like begging, or giving your body up for money, or putting yourself in activities that can put you in prison. And at the end of the day, you still do not get the documents or the life you dreamt of getting when you embarked on this journey. Now, what are the things that one has to guide against so that you don't end up like every other person? How is it that your own story would be good, will be great? The things you have to understand is you have to be aware of misleading informations about realities here in Europe. Many times people do not understand what they're going to face when they get to Europe. They imagine that as soon as they get here, they're going to get money, you're going to get all your dreams. Immediately you get here, immediately after 3 months, you're going back to Africa with a big car, you're going back to help your family. But many times it's not so. Here, people tell you, the government has a lot of money for refugees, don't worry about it. You're forever going to be in the government's plan. The government is always going to keep you, it's always going to house you. All this information are misleading. Thing that we have to bear in mind is living a make-believe life. What do I mean by that? As you have come to Europe and you've seen that what you thought, what your family members thought, for them to have sold their belongings and for you to have sold your belongings to come to Europe is not what you're seeing here. Instead of trying to still look like you have hit jackpot or you are living the life you dreamed of, it's better to sit down, think. You are given a certain amount that is not above €80 a month. How can I put this €80 or less to maximum use? How can I use it in a way that even if the government is not going to take care of me again, I would have some money reserved somewhere? Another thing is management of resources. Resources could be time, and resources could be opportunities, and also could be money. Like I've explained, sit back, sit down, re-strategize, think again. How can I make the best out of this time? Mismanagement of resources come in different way. Resources of time. You're not going to be a refugee forever. So every day is ticking. Every day counts. So how you use your day? If you're given the opportunity to learn the language, learn the language. If you're given the opportunity to learn a skill, learn a skill. That time will never come back again. It's not just okay to get to Europe and still have the same mentality you had previously. If you do not change your mindset, if you do not change how you think, you will perpetually remain in the same rut. You perpetually remain in the same point, at the same point. So what do you need to empower yourself? You need knowledge. Knowledge and information is power. Once you understand new ways to go about the thing you want to do. You had a goal when you left Africa. You wanted to be rich, you want to settle your family, you want to help your family back home. But now, how do you do it? Once you understand that the information or the knowledge I had of Europe was not correct. It's now time for you to search for new information, good information that would help you move from where you are to where you want to be. Another thing I want to point out so you can be empowered is learn from other people's mistakes. What do I mean by that? I mean that people have made mistakes in time past. People have done things in a certain way and it doesn't lead to your expected end. People do things like selling of drugs, they end up in the prison. People do other things to gain money, and at the end of the day, they do not get the money they are looking for. Or lastly, I would want to point out that an empowered person will have foresight. Foresight is the ability to see into the future. If you have to see into your future, what are the things you will do now to make your future better? Thank you very much for listening to this video. And we ask you to kindly like, comment, and subscribe. And we would like to hear from you. Please send us messages, your experiences, the experiences you've had here in Italy. And we would like to help you with adequate answers. Do have a nice day. Bye.